speak, I'll ask all of you to challenge yourself to keep it to a minute max, just to make sure we can get through. And if there's more time, we're happy to bring people back up. So thank you, Chris. Kick us off.
Okay. Chris Gomez, District Manager, Little Italy Association. With a minute, there's not a lot to go over, but the association has taken a strong position has taken a position to be opposed to the State Street Class 4 bike lane, as well as the West Beach Street location for Class 4. Our support is in favor of Pacific Highway as a Class 4 and West Ash, understanding that the high traffic volumes on those two streets require a Class 4 protected bike lane. And what we would like to see on those two streets are actually curved protected bike lanes, unlike the 4th and 5th Avenue uptown bike lanes.
Good. So curved on which streets? I'm sorry, you said?
So opposition is State and Beach.
Right.
Support is Pack Highway and West Ash.
Okay. Good. And you said curved, what are the median for
Correct.
separation? Okay, good.
And then our concern with the State Street location is if you take the designated bike path from downtown San Diego, it drops you right into the middle of Grape and Hawthorne, which are high traffic freeway locations. And then past the Little Italy of downtown area, it takes you up to Reynard Way, which is no connecting device to the uptown community.
Okay.
The other issue that we'd like to address is I completely appreciate and understand why we would want to have a Class 4 on Hawthorne and Grape. The only concern I have, and I am training for a life cycle ride, it's a pretty rough ride. So I can't imagine that someone on a deco bike is going to be doing a whole lot of riding on that. So I would hope that those utilities would be considered strongly for alternate methods, or even adding some additional parallel parking at those locations.
Okay.
Parking plan, we've actually, literally the association has presented our parking plan in 2011 to City San Diego, then CCDC, and it was approved by the board of directors and the DPMG, where we were going to maximize all of our Surface Street parking by converting, like they said in the plan before, using our model that literally has come up with all of our north-south streets with diagonal and all of our east-west streets with headed parking. So this, as much as we appreciate and we think highly that there does need to be bike infrastructure in downtown San Diego, and we want to see it throughout the 48 square blocks of Little Italy, we just think that the Class 4 is not the best model for the core of our community.
Okay, good. And Chris, I'd love, by the way, after I get a few more comments, Brad and Monique will come up and make any, kind of remarks or answer any questions that may come up. And I know there may be, they may be able to give some other perspective on the parking specifically, the parking conversion that's been proposed so far, specifically for Little Italy. So look forward to that. And
Just a couple more. In the Calvary video, they showed bikers on a dual bike lane that were actually going through intersections with traffic lights. And it also was reviewed in the 6th and J location that you were also taking into consideration traffic lights in those locations. So we recognize that West Ash probably is a concern because of the fact that there's so many traffic lights, but if they can do it in Calvary, and you can look at J and 6th as a location for that as well, we highly recommend Ash being considered for that location.
okay, thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.